Welcome to the Yonkers Voice, guys. We're here before the endorsements at Castle Royale on Nepperhan Avenue. Now, right now we have the second council district hopeful, Wilson Terrero, and we're just going to ask him a couple questions. Wilson, how are you?
How are you?
Good, good, good. Look, welcome to the Yonkers Voice. Tell me, what do you hope to bring for the second district?
Look, tell you the truth, I know that there was a lot of things that we did 4 years ago, and we wanted to bring different ideas and how to continue to move our districts forward. And I think this is a great opportunity again for me to come back and do the things that we left behind.
Wilson, what do you see for the future of your district? Tell me what's your vision. Tell the viewers what's the vision. What are you hoping to do? Give us some of your goals and some of your promises.
Well, some of the goals are ours. First of all, to continue to move our education of our children forward. To bring back more funding from the state of New York so we can have a better quality of education in the city of Yonkers. That's always needed. And the infrastructure of the city when it comes to the schools are really difficult things that we need to continue to work with. And also jobs for our youth. It's very important that we continue to bring, that's what I've been doing right now for the last 3.5 years. I've been working really hard with the Workforce Development Office to bring more jobs and keep our youth involved so they be able to continue to grow in our city.
Do you think this is going to be a tough race for you?
Hey, every race is tough. I'm not going to take anything for granted. I'm going to keep moving forward and doing what I need to be doing. I mean, I'm knocking on doors, talking with the constituents. The majority of them ask me to run, so I'm going to make sure that they'll be happy for that.
Now we're before the endorsements. So, do you think you're going to get endorsed? Tell me a little bit about who's going to be endorsing who here. Do you know anything yet?
No, not yet. So we have to wait and see. So that's a tricky one. So the district leaders are here. The ward leaders are here. They all going to be voting to up and down votes. I hope that I can get a nod, but we have to wait and see.
Well, guys. So we have Carmen here running for the 16th district. Carmen, can you do me a favor? How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the Yonkers Voice.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
So you're going for the 16th district?
Yes, I am.
Okay, tell us a little bit about what you're looking to do for your district.
Okay, well, one of the things that I'm looking to do is to actually protect some of those resources that come from the county, and they are not mandated resources. They're discretionary sources, and I want to make sure that the mandated sources that we do get, they are actually going for the people and the things that they have to go to.
Carmen, I saw various media sources had some comments about your involvement with Nick and Mike Spano. What is your involvement? How deep are you in with that?
When you're an advocate for people and you advocate, and there's somebody that's a former senator, you have to go to the office and advocate for their people. It's just like any other person. My relationship is the same relationship I have right now. You have my arm around you. It's just a relationship. We live in a small town, and sometimes you have to really forcefully advocate for dollars. I used to be PTA president when I met Nick Spano, and I had to forcefully fight there in order to bring money to the city for our children to have the education that they needed. That's as far as the relationship goes.
Fostering a relationship to bring money for children into your district. That's the 16th district. Yes. It's in now. There's no incumbent in that seat at this point. Is that right?
No, there's no incumbent. Ken Jenkins has decided to step down, and basically because it's an open seat, we have 4 contenders that would like to run.
Ken Jenkins is going for a county executive?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Well, listen, we're going to come back to you.
Thank
you. I'd like to thank you for taking a couple minutes with us.
Thank you so much.
Okay. We're with the incumbent, Perez. Perez, do you see this is going to be a difficult race for you?
So I'm very confident that my record will speak for itself, and I think that really the decision is not going to be made today, but it's going to be made on the polls on primary day.
What do you see for the future? If you get reelected, what do you see for your district?
Well, when I get reelected, what I see for the future is to continue the good work that we started. We're going to continue to advocate for public schools and fighting for them, continue to bring services to our city, continue to work with the community to really listen to their concerns and respond to them accordingly and work towards improving our city.
Is there anything that you can say right now before the endorsements? I mean, do you anticipating on being endorsed?
You know, in politics, you never know what can happen. So I will say that I'm here. I'm positive about my race, and I'm going to embrace every decision that happens, and I'm going to work very, very hard to continue to serve as a council member.
Well, thanks for joining us on Yonkers Voice. With that, we'll be back.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you after the endorsements.
Correct.
All
yes.
right.
Thank you.
We found Virginia before the endorsements. Virginia, tell me a little bit about who's going to be endorsing you, what you know, what you don't know, and what message you're going to bring to us.
I mean, we can only hope that everything turns out well. Every candidate wants to be the endorsed candidate, but every candidate also has the opportunity of presenting themselves before the committee and seeking such endorsement. So obviously, you know, my supporters are going to be the ones to endorse me. We'll see what happens in the end. You know, I wish I had a crystal ball, you know, to know that I'm going to have a successful outcome in the end. I can only hope for one. I've worked so hard to get it. I can only hope to finally get it, and let's see what happens.
You know, firstly, we're real excited to see you. I see that you're going for the Yonkers City Council President. What do you want to bring to the to that position?
Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the entire administration, the entire Democratic City Committee for nominating me. What I want to bring is change. I want to bring new ideas to old problems that have hindered our city and moving progress. Our mayor has made significant improvements with development, and he's trying to fight crime, and I just want to bring it to the next level and be a partner with him when it comes to funding and rebuilding our new schools.
Well, let me ask you real quick, Mike. You know, I know we're pre-endorsement here, but do you think the mayor's going to be endorsing you tonight?
Well, right now, you know, I'm over here right now. I'm winning the hearts and minds of all the district leaders, the ward leaders, pounding the pavement. I'm shaking hands, and I'm hearing people's concerns. Right now, it's about winning the hearts and minds, and I'm looking forward to working with the mayor and being his partner on many issues that affect every resident in the city of Yonkers.
Well, thank you for taking a couple of seconds with us. We're going to find you after the endorsements, okay?
Absolutely.
And let's see what happens, guys. Now back to you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you so much.
As you can tell, there's a lot of excitement here tonight. Lisa Dorman, Family Court hopeful, White Plains, New York. Lisa, tell me a little bit about what you plan on bringing to the Family Court.
What I'm going to bring to the Family Court is experience and instinct, having spent 12 years in the Family Court representing juveniles in all phases of Family Court proceedings, and my experience as a law clerk to Judge John Colangelo in the matrimonial part, where I bring people together in a way that's beneficial to all. I get things done, I move cases along, I'm kind but firm, and I can put out fires in these kinds of cases in a way that no other candidate does because they don't have the experience that I have.
Well, Lisa, we're going to be looking for you on the polls. My office will probably be in touch with you, and we're going to bring this a little further. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, great. Okay. Thanks so much for having me.
All right. Tell us a little bit about what you're hoping to change.
Actually, I'm going for the 17th district. I'm running for county legislation.
Okay, and what's your vision if you are elected?
I think that we want to bring services back to the community that have been cut. I think we want to try to provide opportunities for people to live a prosperous life.
And so, just so that we're, you know, we're pre-endorsements, do you feel you're going to have an endorsement?
I feel that I have the community behind me and that we're going to win this race, and we're going to bring the services and the programs back to Southwest Yonkers, which haven't had services in quite some time.
Well, listen, I wish you a lot of luck. We're going to be tracking you down after the endorsements. Keep your eyes open, your ears open, and we're going to come back for you.
Well, thank you very much. London Reyes, County Legislation, 17th District. I hope you come out and vote for me. Thank you.
All right. Guys, I'm trying to bug here Chris Johnson. He's termed out. We're going to ask him a couple of questions, and he's talking to somebody. Maybe he's consoling them. He's termed out, and we're going to see what his future plans are. Chris Johnson, you have termed out. You are done.
Well, no, not exactly.
No more councilman
on the city council.
So what are you doing now? What are your plans?
So my plan is to run for county legislature in the 16th district. Ken Jenkins is vacating the seat and has come to me and asked me if I would be interested in taking his place, and I said yes.
So Ken, do you feel Ken will be endorsing you tonight?
If he gets here tonight, he will be endorsing me.
And what other endorsements do you have?
That's it for right now. I was focused on the district leaders, making sure that the district leaders are in support of me and my candidacy. The mayor is supportive of me. Ken is supportive of me. I know the Working Families Party is supportive of me. So we're starting to line it up, but we haven't gotten everything yet.
Now, who would you be endorsing for your position?
Well, it's a mayoral appointment. Should I vacate the position? So we won't know that until January. So we have a lot of time before we get there.
What kind of plans do you have if you're elected?
So one of the main things that I've been working on in the city council is affordable housing. We got an affordable housing ordinance passed. We did some work with Scree and Dree to make sure people get to stay in their homes if they're seniors and disabled. And so that transitioned to homelessness. And homelessness is a county issue mostly. I've introduced a few pieces of legislation on the city level, but the real work happens on the county level, and I want to do that. I also want to make sure that we have affordable childcare in this county. We've been working hard, making sure that our kids get educated, but there's work that happens outside of the classroom, and that happens in our nonprofits with daycare, and right now it's too expensive for our families.
Well, you've heard it from his mouth. Housing, childcare, development. Chris, we're going to chase you down after the endorsements, and we're going to take your comment afterwards.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Chuck Wesnick, who are you endorsing, if anybody? I know we're, before the endorsements, who have you decided to endorse tonight?
Well, I'm not a district leader, so I'm here just as an old party sage to give wisdom, and there were some bylaw changes that I was interested in, but it's a sprightly bunch here. There are a lot of new people. A lot of people are energized by the opposition to Trump, and I think it's going to be a good year for Democrats, so it's nice to see so many people out here competing.
What are you hoping for the city of Yonkers, Chuck? What do you want to see change? What do you want to see, grow?
Well, I think we need a Democratic majority on the city council. We had one when I was city council president. We were able to put forth things like a affordable housing ordinance. We did actually push raising the living wage and paid sick leave and some things that the Republican mayor vetoed. And if we ever do get a progressive council, we can do that. We have to do renovations on the waterfronts, continue that, bring taxes into the city, and of course education. Education is a big issue, to keep art, music, sports, to keep the scores going up, to keep the schools safe, to keep the streets safe, to keep police and fire. I mean, those are the issues of municipal government.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us on the Yonkers Voice, Chuck. It's always a pleasure seeing you as usual. And you have any comments otherwise?
No, it's just great to see so many new people involved in the process. And I think that's one thing that this president has done. He's brought people together. May not be in support of him, but they're coming out and working.
He did say he'd bring everybody together.
Right. I've been to many protests. He's brought people together.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Words with us, Yonkers Voice. Okay, great. Hey, thanks for joining us. Just a couple quick questions. Who are you here to endorse tonight?
Well, I'm not endorsing anybody. I'm here to watch the democratic process, small d and big D, at work. Obviously, this is what you hope for, the voice of the people. The average Yonkers Democratic person who carries petitions, stands at the subway station or the train station with a candidate, and they're here to express their opinion. And I think this is a terrific thing.
What are your hopefuls?
Well, what I hope for is that the Democrats put forward the strongest possible candidates in these races. There are some seats on the west side of town where it's generally thought Democrats are going to do very well, but there are also races on the east side of town and a citywide race where Democrats have to work very hard. I represent the east side of town at my Senate seat, which goes all the way up to Bedford, and I know it's not easy. It's like Kermit the Frog. It's not easy being green. So you have to work hard. You have to give people a good reason to vote for you. And if you do that, you put the best possible chance out there.
Well, Senator Latimer joining us tonight, guys. I want to thank you for taking a couple minutes of this on camera. We're going to hunt you down afterwards.
Okay.
Hopefully you'll be here.
Good to see you.
All right, thanks.
Have a good night.
All right. We're with Judge Quinones. Judge, firstly, congratulations.
Thank you.
You made the judgeships. We're here at the Democratic National Committee. Tell me, who are you here to endorse?
Well, as you know, judges cannot endorse any candidate for political office, but I'm here to help support the process, and this is as American as it gets with regard to democracy working. Everybody casts their vote and makes a decision as who's the consensus candidate for us to take us forward into the future.
Judge, I did write down something you said earlier when you were coming in, and I thought it was really nice. You had the best 20 years prior to taking the judgeship.
Well, prior to my working in the Yonkers City Court, I was a support magistrate in the New York County Family Court and no one could tell me that I didn't have the best job in the world until I took this place. The mayor appointed me on January 1 of 2016, and I served, and I was elected in November of 2016. And now I realize that I was wrong all those 20 years. I do now have the best job in the world, because I'm involved in the fabric of the community, and I'm personally involved with the folks who come before me, and I try to meet the proper justice.
Now, Judge, who do you hope to see endorsed tonight? Can you give us that?
No.
Nothing.
You understand. The judges aren't allowed to. I can have a personal opinion. I could do all I want, but I can't share it because it would be unfair to attempt to sway anybody else in my position. Because my job is to be fair and neutral in all circumstances.
The Honorable Judge Quinones, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right, thanks.
At your board table, everybody else needs to quiet down so we can hear these proposals. We have a lot of business yet. We still have candidates.
Councilman Sabatino, thanks for joining us tonight. It's pre-endorsement. We're going to get to the endorsements in a couple minutes. Real quick, what are your plans for the future?
Well, I'm weighing all my options. I decided not to run for council president this year, but there's plenty of opportunities down the road. I'm still in office until 2019, end of 2019, so, we'll see.
What do you hope to change, going forward from here? What do you see? What's your vision for the people of the city of Yonkers?
Well, first of all, I would like to see more people get engaged in the political process, regardless of what party they're in. I got elected with 18% of the registered voters voting. We need to engage more people in the democratic process overall. And, that's my goal, to get more people involved in the process and get more people interested in possibly running for political office.
Mike, you've been councilman for a while. You're pretty well known. Who do you endorse for city council?
For city council?
President.
Well, listen, I'm a Democrat, so, I'm going to be endorsing Mike Khader.
I want to thank you for joining us. Is there anything that you could tell the audience at the Yonkers Voice?
I would just say, if you're not a registered voter, register to vote. Be a part of the process. Don't say your vote doesn't count, because if you don't vote, your vote doesn't count. And if you don't vote and the next person doesn't vote, you don't really have a say in how government is structured and have input into into where the city's going to go. You have to participate.
Mike Sabatino, I want to thank you for joining us on the Yonkers Voice tonight. And I look forward to seeing you after the endorsements, after the fun stuff.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Ongoing membership on the executive. I was previously on the executive committee of and it's very important that the voice of elected officials be heard, not simply because they show up.
You already sent to the members here without proper notice, and this is not proper notice. You're giving them 5 minutes.
Okay. Any other questions on the motion? Parliamentarian, do you have an opinion on county convention Wednesday, May 10th?
Yonkers Voice, we're here with hopeful Alex Eisman, county court judge. Judge, what are your plans for if you make the seat? How do you see it effectuating change for the county and the judgeship?
Well, a lot of issues that are being debated today, immigration, other issues, constitutional issues, can come before a county court judge. I handled litigation at the request of Ken Jenkins and legislators against Rob Astorino, fighting him when he wanted to raise child care costs, when he tried to use the Board of Acquisition and Contract essentially as a pocket veto process. So that history I have of successfully fighting back against the government overreaching, I'm going to be sworn to uphold the Constitution like every judge that is sworn in, and that's what I will do. I will do my best to defend the Constitution. There's every tool at my disposal to do that.
Well, Judge, we're going to be watching you closely. Is there anything you want to say to the Yonkers Voice?
Glad to be here in Yonkers. It's great to see thriving democracy happening here in the convention. I hope I get your support at the county convention on the 10th.
One last question, Judge. Who are you endorsing? Anyone? Come on.
Well, I think besides endorsing myself, I'm not allowed to endorse anybody. It's not allowed in the rules.
Thanks for joining us. All right. Charlotte Mayes, Assemblywoman, who are you here to endorse tonight?
Well, I'm very strongly supporting Mike Khader. I think he's going to be a great candidate for City Council President, really a new voice for Yonkers. I'm very happy. I'm hopeful that it'll be endorsed by the party tonight, and I'll be working hard for him. I'm also going to nominate Ruth Walter, who is running for county legislator.
Ruth Walter?
Yes, in the district that I live in. She's a great candidate, runs a cheese store in Bronxville, small business owner. Was involved in her community in Bronxville, and she'll be a great addition to the county board. So I'm going to be nominating her tonight.
Well, when these people, if these people are elected, what's your vision for the city here?
Well, I'm a real believer that Yonkers has enormous potential and is moving in the right direction, and we're going to continue to push forward. Working closely with the mayor and the city council, those of us that represent Yonkers and Albany, we are working as hard as we can to drive money, good laws, economic activity, public protection, and all the things that a city the size of Yonkers needs. So we're working very closely together, and Yonkers needs to continue to grow and become its own thriving, diverse city, and that's what I'm in favor of.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us. Anything you want to say to the Yonkers Voice or the audience at the Yonkers Voice?
Well, it's great to be here seeing democracy in action. I encourage everybody, register to vote, get in the process, get in the fight. This is the future of our city, and we need every voice in that.
Thanks for joining us, and guys, we'll be seeing you after the nominations. Thank you. We're right before the endorsements here, Matt. Tell me a little something about yourself. Matt Orfici, what are you running for? What are your visions for the city of Yonkers?
I'm running for Yonkers City Council District 6. I'm looking to be the only member of the City Council with children in our public schools. I'm looking to engage the citizens. We have a lot of active community members in the 6th. Take advantage of that, bring them together, and present their concerns to the City Council.
Matt, I'm going to come back to you after the endorsements. Right now, who are you endorsing?
Who am I endorsing? I respect all of my fellow candidates. I'm not personally endorsing anyone as a first-time candidate. I don't think it's fair for me to go out on that ledge, but I do appreciate everyone's effort as they put themselves out there to run for office.
All right. Anything you want to say to our guys, our audience at the Yonkers Voice? Big shout out. Go ahead. Do it now.
Vote in District 6. Hello to my kids. Hello to everyone in the Yonkers Public Schools, everyone in the unions, and thanks for your support.
Matt, we're going to catch up with you in a little bit after the endorsements. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right. I have a judge here, Arlene Gordon-Oliver. Judge.
Yes.
Does that sound right?
That sounds well. Yes, it's right.
What do you see in the future for us, Judge?
I see in the future me as the family court judge presiding over cases that involve our children and families. I'm committed to children and families. I am from Jamaica. I'm an immigrant. I know the struggles that a lot of the people and the families and children who appear before the family courts experience. And I think I'm the best candidate. 10 years on the bench in the town of Greenburgh, dealing with children and families, redirecting the lives of our young people with special programs that I've set up. So I believe that I have the passion, the commitment to serve Westchester County as family court judge.
Now, Judge, I'm going to tell you real quick, this is the Yonkers Voice, okay? I'm Roberto for you, and I will be contacting you to sit down with you for a future in-depth, on-camera interview. Are you okay with that?
I am. I'm
okay
looking forward to it, actually. Thank you very much.
Our pleasure, and we look forward to seeing with you real soon.
Okay.
Show us what you got. What do you got?
Is the convention, and I'm looking for the Democratic Party nomination at the convention. Race is tight, 8 candidates, but I think I am the best candidate to fill that position.
Judge, what do you have to say to the audience at the Yonkers Voice?
Yonkers Voice, I want you to encourage all your district leaders to be at the convention on May 10th and cast the vote for my nomination as the family court judge that will be representing Westchester County.
That's May 10th, and we'll be seeing you over there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Council President, Mr. Michael Khader.
Hello, Democrats! One more round of applause! Mr. Chairman, members of the Executive Committee, Roberta, we did meet about a year ago, and that relationship that we built will continue and will only be cemented. Thanks to all the district leaders and the ward leaders, the many phone calls, and the repeat mailers. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in it to win it, and we are going to do that together. I cannot continue without thanking our great mayor, Mayor Mike Spano. He has done a job of fighting for better streets, quality education, and finally, funding to rebuild our schools. And ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it, I will be a partner with the mayor, and I will work hand in hand with the mayor to make sure that we have quality schools and safe streets for all the residents and our students.
Because how many women are here? We need somebody to represent the women for as long as the one.
I would like to share with you that I have been listening to my community. And at the people's request, I have made the necessary decision to run for office one more. 3 years ago, we entrusted the care and responsibility of the 2nd Council District to our newcomers in hopes that our community will continue to prosper and move forward. Unfortunately, the 2nd Council District has regressed and has fallen into a state of a total neglect.
We're here after, we're with Lenny Spano. Lenny, thank you for joining the Yonkers Voice. Tell me a little bit about what's going on tonight? What's happening here?
It's an exciting night for our Democratic slate, from Mike Khader right on down. I'm here tonight as the 11th Ward leader, and even though Matt is not in my ward, I was proud to second his nomination for City Council for the 6th District, I believe it is. And that's it. We rally support.
Lenny, let me ask you a question. You see the crowd, the turnout tonight. We see it all, okay? What's that say about the Democratic Party tonight?
It's a very exciting time for the party. This is democracy at work here.
You're nominated. I mean, it's official. You're on, it's real, it's the deal. Tell me, what's the next move?
Well, right now, on day one, we're going to get rounding. We're going to continue to knock on doors. We're going to go to the train stations. And the most important thing is, I want to hear from the people, because it's quite clear. I cannot represent you if I don't know the issues that are of your concern. I will knock on doors. I will go to shopping malls, stores, train stations, and I want to hear from you.
Wait a minute. Now, so what are your concerns right now? What are your concerns for the people of the city of Yonkers?
My biggest concern right now is safety in certain areas of the city. My children go to Yonkers Public Schools, and I'm committed to keeping them in the Yonkers Public School system right now. We got to we afford a quality education for all our youth. We have to give them that education for them to have a path to success. With a quality education, that opens door for our youth and future generations to come.
So you're nominated. This is it, guys. It's on. I want to introduce you guys to the family here. Now, who is this here?
This right here is the boss of the family.
Okay. All right.
I didn't earn my.
We have blue, green. We have
This is John Paul.
John Paul. What do you think?
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Say hi to the guys. The Yonkers Voice. Hi, Yonkers Voice.
Hi.
Okay. But on a serious note, Robert. it's very important that you guys being here are part of this democratic process. It is because of news stations and local media outlets like the Yonkers Voice. It gives residents an opportunity to understand what's going on. It's unfortunate that the big media conglomerates do not cover local issues. So I thank the Yonkers Voice, and I hope that I continue to see you on the campaign trail, and I'll open up the doors to my candidacy and my campaign staff that you guys can always reach out, and we'll give you updates on all the successes.
Big congratulations. We're really looking forward to following this campaign and see what's going on. So what's your next move?
Right now, like I said, we're going to line up, and we're gonna secure our volunteers. We're gonna get ready for our petition drive. We got to get signatures. We're going to get the signatures to make sure that we get on the ballot. I'm proud to say that we secured the Teamsters endorsement last year. I had an interview with local 456 president, Lou Picani, and I thank President Picani for believing in my vision for a better Yonkers and a better future. And just yesterday, in a unanimous decision, the Yonkers Federation of Teachers supported my candidacy, and they see that I feel that education is going to be a cornerstone for my platform.
We're with Maria Garcia. Maria, tell me a little bit about, your speech up there. You're talking about we need more women versus men. Is that right?
Yes, we need more women because that's not fair that in the city council only men, and the only women that we have, somebody's trying to put him back. That's not fair. We have to push more women to occupy position in the city council and the legislature.
I hear you. But what about the men that defend women? What about the, about equality? Are you looking for a 4 and 4 equality, or?
Yes, I'm looking for equality because I know that the women have the ability, to run any position in the city council member or any position.
Perhaps it's not an inability. Maybe it's, for this particular demographic, men are doing what they have to do. I mean, when we look at equality, what do you think about, wouldn't you agree that our agenda here, or your agenda, is, men are doing what they have to do, women have to do what they have to do. I mean, everybody's equal.
Yes, it's no difference. Everybody's equal.
But if it's no difference,
it's no different because women, they have the preparation to occupy any position.
But you don't like it that men represent a certain few districts?
No, I don't say that. I say that the women deserve, to occupy any position.
Well, I want to thank you for taking a couple of minutes of the Yonkers Voice. What can you tell the city of Yonkers at the Yonkers Voice? Say it.
The city of Yonkers need more women.
They need more women, but I thought they were all equal.
The equality, men and women are the same.
We're on. Okay, so tell me what's going on. I'm here with Virginia, here with Wilson. Virginia, tell me what's happening here.
We all want to know what's happening here. No, just kidding. Well, we're doing a roll call. There was a motion for a roll call, which is fine. It's part of the democratic process.
Hold it. A motion for a roll call. What does that mean?
We're going to count them one by one. Yeah, we're going to count them.
We can be here all night?
Well, hopefully not. Hopefully not. We are moving quicker than expected, so hopefully we will do this in a timely fashion and move on to the next races.
Okay.
There are some other contestant races, and people are getting a little bit antsy, and we don't want to be here all night. We want to get this done and get out there and get out the vote and the voice.
All right, tell the viewers over at the Yonkers Voice, tell us, what the hell is going on? What is happening?
Well, this happens a lot. I mean, this is not the first time. I mean, I've been to these conventions several times already. And then sometimes, this is actually the best way to make the process as clear, as transparent as possible. Okay. Just go down the line, name by name, numbers by numbers. It is a little tedious. Actually, it's quite tedious, but it's the best way to keep the process as transparent as possible.
Terrero has 1,087 votes. Party's designation hereby goes to Wilson Terrero.
You know, this is a big night. That's some big news. Come on over here. We're going to come over to Wilson Terrero. Wilson, how do you feel about this tonight? Tell me what's going on here.
Look, the vote will count. The district leader votes will count, and we came ahead. We're pretty much ahead.
Yeah, I would say a lot ahead, wouldn't you?
I'm probably honored to receive the endorsement of the Democratic Party. That shows you that democracy works, and when it works very fine.
I mean, Wilson, this is a big night for you, and we're going to keep following you. We're going to see what's going on, and congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. And thank you to the district leaders and ward leaders. They make it happen.
Wilson, you know, you're a Yonkers native. You know, I want you to look in the camera. Tell us, give us a message from Wilson. What can we say to the members of the Yonkers Voice?
Yonkers Voice I want to thank you for the opportunity, and to the public, please keep watching. The election just started. This is the beginning. This is the first step, and hopefully we're going to ask you to come out and vote September 12th. This year, Tuesday, September 12th. Because come out and vote. Give me your vote. The primary is very important. Otherwise, we might lose this election. So come out and vote on September 12th. Thank you.
Very important, guys. Come on out. Vote Wilson, or whatever your conscience is, or whatever it is. Wilson, thanks for taking the time, and congratulations. Okay. So let's go over here.
Councilman Wilson Terrero back to the community. We need somebody that we can work with in order to move our city and our community forward. And that could only happen when we're working, when we are aligned with the interests of the people and not interests of, special interest, self-interest. So we're ready to move forward on this.
And this is limited to people who live in the district. So how can somebody who does not live in the district second the motion? It should come from the district and the people who represent the district. Thank you, Mr. Myers. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So the second.
And we just had an objection, folks.
Is there any other second?
Was the motion from the district? Somebody who lives in the district. Was the motion made by someone who lives in the 16th County Legislative District?
The 16th County Legislative District.
I am Nicole Benjamin, candidate for Yonkers County Legislator of the 16th Legislative District. I am honored to speak before you tonight. To David Ingram and Dorian Stewart, I thank you for the nomination and your continued support. I am a true and lifelong Democrat. I bring to Yonkers a fresh voice and leadership that is strong on the issues. A leader who can rise above partisan politics, puts the needs of the people first, and has the integrity to make independent decisions. Together, we can do what has not been done in recent years. Bring Yonkers back to true Democrats.
Khader, so tell me, who do you guys support?
Mike Khader!
I can't hear you.
Mike Khader!
All right.
Just thank you to everyone who's here supporting me. Congratulations to all the other candidates. Good luck out there on the campaign trail. And actually, you know what? Platitudes and feel-good words don't get the job done. Knowledge and experience does. Okay? Knowledge and experience is what's going to help our county continue to move forward and work together with our other elected officials, the city, county, state, moving on forward from there. Anybody can get up and shout anything from the words movement to the words youth to the words education and so forth and so on and so forth and so on. None of it has anything to do with Westchester County government. So, with that being said, I am very proud to serve you in the 17th Legislative District. I have been doing it very proudly and humbly and full-time for over 5 years now. It will be my honor and pleasure to continue to serve you, still in the 17th Legislative District. I work in a bipartisan manner with my colleagues. Bipartisan, it means that almost 95 to 99 actually of the things, 95 to 99% of the things that we pass in the County Board of Legislators, we pass it unanimously. Unanimously means across the board. It means all 17 of us. Okay? So, for anyone who likes to shout that I'm caucusing with the Republicans, that I'm doing whatever with the Republicans, I mean, if you don't see me do it, just because you say it, it doesn't make it true. Again, unanimously means working all 17 of us together, both Democrat and Republican, in order to provide for the people in our community. We don't need government gridlock, and anybody who is against working in a unanimous fashion is promoting government gridlock, and that is a waste of taxpayers' dollars, and that does not deliver for our communities. Anyways, thank you again to everyone who's here to support me, and I look forward to seeing the process go through. Thank you.
Now you know why I'm running for office. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chair, fellow Democrats, everyone here at large. I am here today to ask for the Democratic nomination. I, as a lifelong Democrat, feel that it's my duty to give the 17th District a voice, a much-needed, long-overdue voice. Many people from Southwest Yonkers, places like Nodine Hill, Ludlow Park, who still having problems with the water treatment since 1975 has not been addressed fully. Places like Park Hill feel and are saying that the Democratic Party refuses to put the concerns of our community before big business, big money, and self-serving politics. So I come before you to represent a community, the 95% of the community who do not have a voice and has not had one for the last 7 years. They believe you cannot fix a problem with the same mindset that created it. My campaign kickoff, as Nancy said earlier, we had close to 200 people. And this comes from someone that's never run for office, organized by people that have never done this before. So what is that saying? That is saying that they want someone to truly represent them, someone with a proven track record, someone with a record of community service, someone with a record that shows that they care. 15 years of service providing programs to youth, seniors, special needs community, the economically challenged, the poorly educated, and the disenfranchised. I'm here representing a community that believes they have been ignored, forgotten. Yes, the disenfranchised. That is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. They do not want you to nominate a person who does not caucus with the Democratic Party. They do not want you to nominate a person who goes against the needs of the people. You must stay loyal and true to the people. They do not want you to nominate a person that has voted against our very own democratic values. They want you to nominate a person who has demonstrated for 15 years true democratic values that have not taken place in Southwest Yonkers. I, London, will build that bridge. The question is, if I am not nominated, we then have to ask, why would our Democratic Party nominate a person who caucuses with the Republican Party? In fact, after securing the Republican support, my opponent did not even attend the last Democratic convention. It was a no-show. She did not bother. Ladies and gentlemen, 95% of the community in Southwest Yonkers believes the system is broken. It is unbalanced. They have no voice. I believe that they are wrong, and I believe that this movement, not a campaign, it's a movement that is bringing everybody together, which is why people are getting nervous. So I ask for your nomination so we can begin to change that perception. The perception that the Republicans are inserting candidates to take over the Democratic Party. That is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, and we have to change that. And after I'm elected, we're going to make sure that we put progressive people in here. I ask for your nomination so that we can promote change and not have more legislation that cuts services and programs. That has to end. Because ultimately that leads to frustration, crime, violence, youth dropping out of school. These are the things that are happening in Nodine Hill. Watch the news. I ask for your nomination because I have a long connection with the community. And through many programs and activities that I provided, such as the AAA All-Star Program. And Ms. Symra Brandon, we miss your grandchildren. I wish they didn't have to move out of Yonkers. We love you. The AAA All-Star Program serves measurable, positive programs that create results. Over 50% of the kids that we serve go on to college and they get a degree. Some have played in the NFL, some some are playing overseas, some are actors. They're doing productive things, and we need more of that. I ask for your nomination because I will bring back integrity and authenticity to District 17. Because unlike my opponent, I will demonstrate fiscal responsibility. Unlike my opponent, I will caucus with the Democratic Party. Unlike my opponent, I will not disenfranchise voters just to get reelected. Unlike my opponent, I will continue to fight for educational services, health services, youth services. I will not let you down. Unlike my opponent, I will support all unions, not just the ones supported by Ron Mascherino. I will work tirelessly, tenaciously for you, the people, and our Democratic Party to promote the values that we've always represented. We will bring back respect and services to our much-needed community. Our Democratic Party, I'm begging you, please listen to the passion that we have. Please understand what's going on. Please do the right thing. The Democratic Party should and must listen to the voice of the people. The 95%ers, those that are in pain, those that are crying, those that are screaming for help. Please support this. Please nominate London Reyes for Westchester County 17th District. Let us nominate somebody to elevate change and bring more people to the political arena, not less. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Virginia, you were just nominated. Tell me, how do you feel?
Very excited, very excited. I'm very happy. I'm humbled. I'm honored. You know, being nominated by my Democratic committee is a testament to all my good and hard work. It's a testament that I am actually delivering, that I'm working in conjunction with the needs and wants of the people in my community. Right, so for anybody to go around saying that I am some sort of undercover Republican, that I'm caucusing with the Republican and all the nonsense, you can say all the lies you want. Just because you say it, it doesn't make it true.
Right.
You know, this right here, the people here, the Democratic people here in Southwest Yonkers in the 17th District spoke loud and spoke clear. And they want me to continue to be their representative in the 17th Legislative District.
So what would you tell the people of Yonkers?
Thank you very much. I cannot say thank you enough. Again, you know, I'm going to be out there knocking on doors as usual. I'm very used to it. You know, it's kind of like my exercise. I'm going to be out there knocking on doors, looking forward to seeing you, looking forward to sitting down, talking about the issues, hearing about new issues, obviously, because if I don't hear from you, I can't do the work out there. So I need you to work in partnership with me in order to deliver for our community. No one elected official can actually do the work alone. We need to work in partnership with you, the voters, the electorate, the residents, the families.